All right, happy Sabbath, Shabbat Shalom. I want to briefly talk about how God freely gives to his chosen ones. Now, those who are not yet saved, I'm not saying that God doesn't bless them, neither. Those who are not yet saved. But I want to briefly talk about those who are saved. And the reason why I'm pointing this out because the reasons on this subject, those who are not yet saved may feel in their heart that they shouldn't live by God's commands when it comes to this teaching. That's the reason why I like to be specific on who I am talking about through the teachings. I teach about the chosen ones on how we need to continue to live for God before Yeshua's return. And those who are not yet saved, I teach on how they should want and need to be saved before Yeshua return. So different teachings for a different reason. Now, I'm gonna let you all know why this teaching is specifically for the chosen few. The saved can listen and take heed, but I bet by the time I'm done with this video, they're not going to want to do this. Now, or either live by it rather. Okay, people, I want you all to understand something. Matthew 10:8. We're going to read this right quick. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, cast out demons. This is what I want to talk about right here. Freely you receive. Freely you receive. Let's underline that. Let's highlight that. Matthew 10:8. Freely you receive. Freely give. Huh? Freely you receive. Freely give. I'll wait. I'll wait till you click off and turn and for those who are not yet saved. This is the reason why I like to be specific with who I am talking and teaching to. Now, people, I want you all to understand something. When you have blessings from God, and you know they're from God, chosen ones, when it comes to helping people, you must freely give. Meaning, please do not expect something in return. Do not throw it back in their face or remind them on how you freely gave to them. That is a no-no. Huh? That's a no-no. How dare we? Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because the Nazarite Lifestyle channel I have a video where I recently taught on how to budget and how to accumulate your money. And this is without banks. This is without loaning. This is without borrowing. This is your own money. If you have an income, I don't care what kind of income it is. If you have a steady flow of receiving monies, you can do this budget. Now, one of the parts of the budgeting is having a resource account. The resource account is an emergency account, whether it's with your bank account or either a piggy bank or a safe in your home. Out of all the accounts that I taught on that video, I want to talk about the emergency funds. If you have an emergency funds, which you should, it's a resource account. You put in whatever you want. But you do want to put in an amount that you know that if you may need it, you can be able to grab that. Having an emergency account by storing up your money for that account is different than a miscellaneous account. A miscellaneous account is when you just put your change away from a penny on out. An emergency fund, it would probably be best that you put a certain amount from the beginning all the way out, like maybe $50 or $50 to $100 to put into your emergency fund and just put that in there every rep. Don't go lesser than 50. You see what I'm saying? Don't go lesser than $50 every time you put money into your emergency funds, because that's when your car break down or something may happen or you get locked out your house. You can be able to easily go in and grab a great amount to take care of your emergency. Miscellaneous, you need a cup of coffee. You could go in there and easily grab $4-5 for whatever you need. You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference. I'm not saying every penny you get thrown in your emergency fund, because that's what is that, And I'm not saying break bank to have an emergency fund. You just gotta weigh your options. Now, with that saying, people, your emergency account is not only just for you. Hallelujah. As the chosen one, listen. That emergency account is not just for you. That emergency could be for someone else. Yep. That's the reason why I say this specific teaching is for the chosen few. Those who are not yet saved may not want that to be. My emergency account, no, that's just for me. I ain't helping nobody. Nope, that is not for such and such, and I ain't helping nobody. That's for me. See what I'm saying? See, with the chosen ones, we have to help people. Yes, but see, here's the thing. When you help someone, you must help gracefully, not because you are forced to do it. It's best to not do it if you feel like you have to do it. Huh? No. Don't help me if you feel you have to help me. Don't help me if it's a burdensome. I don't want it. No. Because when we do that, we have an attitude. We're doing things grudgingly. We're ungrateful. No, that's not how we're doing this. We're not living our life on these burdensome aspects of life, people. So what I'm saying is this: when it comes to helping people, let's just put ourselves to the side. If we have an emergency fund, if anybody could just go back and start learning and living from that budget thing that I just taught on Nazarite Lifestyle, then you would be on a great path financially. So with your emergency funds, if someone need their rent paid, or somebody need a new tire because they tire blown out or whatever, and you at work and you can help them, they short on funds and they can't get their tire fixed, and have it in your heart to do it. Be like, okay, cool, then I can do it, no problem. But see, here's the thing: do not do this grudgingly. And don't brag about it, meaning don't tell your left hand what your right hand has done. Don't boast while helping people. And not only that, here's another one. Do not do this with interest. In other words, don't be looking for a return when you give to someone. When you help someone, you freely give back. I don't care how much it is. See? If you are willing to help someone with their $300 or $400 rent, do this gracefully. Don't do it. Yeah, I don't like her anyway. I ain't doing that. Well, don't do it. Don't, they make more hours than I do, so I can help them, but they going to have to pay it back. Well, what you mean? Look, let me tell you something. If you cannot afford to help people with your emergency funds, if you cannot afford to help them, it's okay. Don't do it. You cannot so-called help people. Listen, this is how people of the world live. Those who are not yet saved, this is how they live, chosen ones. When people of the world so-called help a fellow sister or brother, when they help them, and they know they may not be able to do it, but they do it anyway because, hey, it needs to be done. So, I feel like I got to do it because they need my help, and I would feel a little egoistic if, I'm going on to help them, even though I can't afford it. And so what they do is tell them that they could do it, but yet they have to pay them back. So when a time comes when they've agreed to pay them back, but they're not able to pay them back, little man gets an attitude and want to stalk Pookie because little man helped Pookie out with $400 to pay his rent. So on that date or time frame that little man expected Pookie to pay him back, Pookie wasn't able to do it, or Pookie just didn't want to do it. Either way it go, he didn't pay little man back. So little man walking around with a chip on his shoulder, mad, can't sleep, got a burden on him, and now he over here plotting and planning on how to get back at him and how to shoot, kill, get him jumped on and snap on him, whatever. Every time he see him, I thought that was Pookie. Hey, Pookie, hey, this is how we're living. We're living like people of the world when we knew we couldn't help them, or if we wanted to help them, if we choose to help them, we know we want our money back. That's not it. So now Lil Man and Pookie is enemies now. Pookie running from his life because he was already probably shady. And Lil Man chasing him got a chip on his shoulder because he knew he really wasn't able to help him. But yeah, he helped him to boast about it. And he wanted his money back. So now he feels the type of way because Pookie played him. You see what I'm saying? That's not how the chosen few are supposed to live. If we know we can help someone, and we know we're not going to miss that 400, we're not going to miss it. But yet in our heart, thank you, Father, in our heart, we know we can help Sally. Help Sally. Between you and Sally, help her out. That's not saying go boast to the whole world about how you were willing to help Sally or how you can help her. That's not saying that. You go and you help her. If Sally is willing to accept your help, then boom, that's done and over with. If Sally say, "Oh, how can I pay you back with it?" Just say, "Don't worry about it. That's by God. That's God. God gave. I'm freely giving back." You help that. You give her that $400. When we live like that, we're putting our faith continuously in God Almighty. When God sees that, He will also know our heart. He will know our motive, and He will bless us twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times plus. He will bless us because He know our heart. You see what I'm saying? Now, do not do things like that if you know you cannot afford to lose it. Because if you're doing things like this behind the wrong motives, you're not going to be really happy and satisfied after you get so-called giving Sally that 400, because next month you want your money back, or you're going to throw in Sally's face and remind Sally on how you helped her with her rent, $400 rent or whatever. You're going to be like, yeah, I think I'm gonna need that. I'm kind of short myself, so you think you could help me out? You see what I'm saying? Now you're gonna want Sally to help you out and all this. I've done this before. Before I've gotten to this level of my spirituality, I've asked people for money, and they'll loan it to me, and then right within the less than 24 hours, they want me to do them a favor. Oh yeah, I just gave you that, or I loaned you that. Now I want you to do me a favor within. I said never again. I said never again would I have to be in a situation to ask somebody to help me. I'm telling you, if they are not a fellow Christian who have understanding on how to live when it comes to finances, and you're dealing with someone who is of the world, who is not saved, or you're dealing with even the chosen one who lack understanding at their level of their journey, you're going to be kind of irritable of dealing with these people. Like, seriously, chosen or not. You see what I'm saying? So if you're borrowing money from people, you're going to always be in this situation of being hounded. You're going to always be hounded or either slightly controlled because some dodo helped you. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that we're not going to always or never be in need of people, to maybe help us sometime. But overall, you don't want that. You don't want to be dependent on people to help you. That's the reason why you go to God and you ask God to lead your way for you. That means that you have the mind frame on how to budget your money, how to live your life. Because if you're living reckless, then things is going to be happening in your life records where you're going to always need money. Your emergency funds is going to be low. You're going to always need because you're living reckless anyway. So if you live right for God and you keep a stern hold on your budget and do the right thing and give without burdensome, then you will be blessed. You won't need Tommy. You won't need Sally. You won't need Pookie. You won't need Lil Man. You see what I'm saying? So if we're helping someone, we must help without a grudge. We must freely give because God has freely given us first. So when we give, forget about it. That's it. You help them. Don't look for it. Don't expect for it back. And let me tell y'all something. When you do that, you feel good. I feel good when I'm able to help someone and then don't expect it back. Now, if someone come back and say, yeah, you helped me out 6 months ago, This is for what you did for me. I know you don't you didn't ask for it back and you didn't put no interest on it and stuff like that. But no, please take this I appreciate it. Then hey, if you want to, you can take that. You could take it or not. You see what I'm saying? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You didn't ask for it. They're giving it back to you. So take it as a blessing. Hey, put it back in your emergency fund, or hey, put it for something that you might have needed at the moment, and God just bless you with that back. You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference, people. If we're giving people stuff behind wrong motives, we are going to be edgy. We're going to be living uncomfortable. We're going to be irritable. We're going to be angry all the time. We're going to be looking at this person holding a grudge, and we're going to be so irritated and mad at this person for not paying us back. Then we're going to tell everybody over here, because we're looking to seeking validation. We want this person we want others to be mad at Pookie because Pookie owe us. You see what I'm saying? Man, I loaned Pookie $300 for his rent. And he had the audacity to go buy him a PS 500, and he went and bought him a game, and he ain't give me my money yet. Yeah. See, that's not it. That's not how the chosen one's supposed to live. Now, check this out. This is where discernment come in at, people. This is where discernment come in at. When you are able to help someone, when you are in the situation financially where you can help someone without a grudge, and people are asking you to help them, you're going to have people that's going to be lying. You're going to have people that's going to be sugarcoating. They're going to be making things seem more than what it is, because they know that you are chosen and you have the ability to financially support them. So discernment is a bless. That's why I teach people on how to have discernment. It helps you judge well. When you have discernment, it gives you that ability to know if someone is lying about you needing to help them. Yes, sir. I've been through that before. Let me give you a prime example. I helped someone, and that was my calling for like maybe a year, to specifically help the needy financially. So I helped someone, and that was my thing. I used to pass out the cards to have people to call if they needed their phone bill paid and stuff like that, if they needed Uber rides and stuff. So I was that resource at that time for a year. A particular person got so comfortable with me helping them that they came at me with a lie. And without discernment, I would not been able to peep the shenanigan. So the person was like, yeah, KK, I know you helped me out 2 weeks ago, but I needed help again. And I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on? Now, this is on the phone. So they say, my mom just died, and, we're about to do the funeral. And I need $1,000, for the funeral. And we need this, we need that. And I need it like ASAP, So I said, okay, you need $1,000 for the funeral. It was like, yeah. I said, okay, I tell you what then. Discernment came in because I could sense in their voice that they were trying to stiff me. Because someone in the background was saying, no, say 500. And see, that's what kind of gave it away. I'm like, 500? No, 1,000. And this is all on the phone. So I said, okay, cool, 1,000. I said, I tell you what then. Give me the information to the funeral home. Give me the information to the funeral home, the funeral director, or whoever, and give me the names and the information, and I can pay for all of it. Yep, that's what I told her. I say, I do better than that. I just pay for everything. Just give me the funeral home number, and I go from there. I take it from there. You give me the name, your mom's, and all that, and I will pay for everything. She turned it down. See? You have to have discernment. Hallelujah. See? Now, here's the thing about this. I knew at that moment I wasn't able to pay for everything. Everything probably would have came up to $5,000. I'm just saying. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to pay for everything. And I also knew that she was not going to agree to that. That's why I did it like that. Now, here's the thing. If someone is willing to help you with all of it, with everything, and you turn it down, it was shenanigans from the beginning. You have to understand something. Without discernment, you will be a fool. Your judgment is going to stink, and you're going to fall for the okie doke, and you're going to be out. You see what I'm saying? You have to be careful when you're in a situation of being able to help people. You see what I'm saying? You have to be careful. We all want to help, but you have to be careful, because if you're doing that as your calling, people are going to want to take advantage of you. And so that's how I came to the conclusion of not helping her, period. See what I'm saying? Not only was I not able to help with the whole funeral, of course, but I saved $1,000 that I was able to help her with. I didn't even give her that because she lied. She didn't fall for me wanting to pay for everything because the money is not going in her pocket. I wanted to pay for everything and go straight to the funeral director. She said, no, that's fine. I need this ASAP. No, I need it. I say, well, no, I pay for everything. Just give me the information. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You know, you asking for $1,000, but I'm willing to pay more than that if you allow me to. She said no. Why? Because she wanted that money in her hand to go do whatever she is addicted to doing. And that's how I cut her off. I cut her off, and she was already ashamed anyway, so that was the end of that. But without discernment through your calling, people, you will fall for that. I would have fallen for that. You see what I'm saying? So we have to be careful. Use your judgment. Now, I also want to bring up something in Leviticus chapter 25, 36, 37. Do not charge him any interest on money you loan to him, but respect your God. Let the poor live among you. Don't lend him money for interest, and don't try to make a profit from the food he buys. People, it says loan, but we know loaning means that we want it back. But if you loan, that's on you. That's on you. If you decide to loan, that's on you. I'm trying to tell y'all the consequences of loaning. That's also the reason why you shouldn't loan, because if you charge interest, then you're going to make it double trouble for yourself. Because first of all, you have to now worry about if they're willing to even give you the money that you loaned them. And then on top of that, you're putting interest on them. They can't even afford to pay you back what they owe you. Why would you put interest on it? See, and we think we're doing something or gaining something in life financially by robbing our own brother and sister. You see what I'm saying? So listen, people, I'm trying to tell you something. If you loan to people, you are going to expect it back. When you're not able to get it back from who you loaned it to, you're going to have a bad burdensome on your shoulder. You're going to be mad, angry, sleepless, and you're going to be angry at this person when you see them, and it's going to be an argumentative moment. You see what I'm saying? And this person is going to be argumentative because how dare you keep asking for your money that I don't have? You see what I'm saying? This is the thing. If you want to loan someone some money, do your thing. Freely do it. If Bobby don't pay you back on the time frame that y'all agreed that he should pay you back, let it go. Yup. You just bought Bobby for $300 or maybe $20. You just bought Bobby out of your life. Yes, Bobby may a year later think that you forgot about it and have the audacity to come back and try to borrow some more money. Don't hold a grudge about it. Just say no. Just say no. Don't say no and, well, you owe me this. You still owe me that. Because it's going to get right back into that peace mode. No, we're not allowing people to steal our peace and our joy. We're not allowing people to make us angry and argumentative about nothing. Just say no. They know why. They just want to know if you're going to remind them. Huh? They know. So just say no. Now, if they say why, Feel free to explain if you want to. Other than that, me, I don't have time for it. I just walk away. I say no and walk away. Or either maybe ignore them. You see what I'm saying? Because people try you just to see where you're at. Because you do have fools out there that would still give people money. They would still loan it to them. They would still give it to them. So that's their way of like, I'm taking a chance. I don't care. This person was a fool. You know, they didn't even held me down for the money I owed them. So I'm taking a chance because they're selfish and stupid. That's why they're gonna always be in need. So they're gonna chance it. They're gonna always beg and ask and borrow and all that, you know. So no, just cut them off. I don't care how much it was. You cannot give. You cannot help. You cannot loan if you know you cannot afford to lose it. I don't care how much you got in your emergency funds. If you cannot afford to lose whatever someone is asking you to loan them, if you cannot afford to lose that, do not give it. Do not loan it. It's okay. God know our heart once we give, once we loan. God knows our heart if we choose not to help. He knows our heart. If you know that whatever you choose to loan or give, it's not going to hurt the bank, do it gracefully and let it go. Thank the Lord that you're able to help someone and walk away. That's cool. I don't want no interest. You don't have to pay it back. Here you go. God bless you. Not only that, always ask for discernment. If you're not sure about how to help someone and you feel that something is shady about them asking you to help them, don't do it. Just go to God or either ask them questions. Get deep into it. They coming to you. You have the right to ask questions. They came to you. Someone come to you and say, man, you know, my toilet broke. I got to pay for plumbing. It may cost about $1,500. Or let's just go a little cheaper. Hey, you know, I got locked out my door. Called a locksmith. They want $75. All I got is $20, you know, because you helped me out with $55 or whatever. Look, hey. Oh, yeah. Well, come on, let's go on over to your crib then. Let's come on, let's go. You know, let's go. Let's make the phone call. You know, let me see if I can help you even get in. You know, and then, like I said, you can know when someone is lying. Oh, I ain't going right now. You know, I ain't going to go. But that's an emergency, being locked out the house. Someone is willing to help you. Come on, let's go. You know, but if someone say, come on, let's go to the house. I'll get you. I said, if I can get you. And you be like, nah, I'm going to wait till late. See, boom, that's how you know people are lying. So it's okay to go off into the depths of the situation. They came to you, remember. They came to you. They can't come to you, and when you ask them more about what's going on, why they need you, they went. Why are you asking all these questions? And all that is, you can say yes or no. No, because I have discernment, and my discernment is telling me that you're lying. And if you feel that way, then I can't help you. You came to me. I didn't come to you. I didn't ask you if you needed help. You asked me for my help. You see what I'm saying? So don't feel bad about, man, should I ask them what's really going on? Because I'm skeptical about that. No, do that. Do that. They're trying to break your bank. They're trying to steal. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I also teach discernment. I'm telling y'all, godly wisdom helps you survive this wickedness. I'm telling y'all. So yes, this is for the chosen few. If anyone out there that know they're not yet saved, take heed as well. Shalom.